What is up, everybody? Today, trade cap for July 9th, 2026. And today I take two trades on Tesla. One for, I think, a $1,500 loss, and the other one for a $5,400 win. So, absolutely insane day, right? And this video, I'm pretty much going over, right? What the market did today, what opportunities there were, and what I saw, right? Today was a little bit of a tricky of a day. I'm gonna be honest. If you're not an experienced trader, you don't have those higher time frame thesis, you're not patient, you're not gonna get paid today. I'm gonna be honest, right? A lot of these names just had a slow climb up, slow move up, and that's really bad for options because as options traders, especially trading 1 day expiration, 0 day expiration, we need momentum, right? We need momentum badly. Otherwise, we're gonna have theta decay, and then we're just gonna lose premium on our contracts, right? So yeah, let me pull up my alerts and pretty much go real quick on what I saw today, right? Guys, if you actually watched this entire video, I'm gonna drop some sauce, right? Because there's some things in trading where like it's really hard to explain, right? Because think about it, how do you explain someone logically a higher time frame thesis, Because it's something that you just get from experience. And yeah, so let me pull up the alerts, right? Let me just go real quick. But yeah, so hold up, yeah. So A51, slow price action will be on charts longer today and setting alerts, right? We have consolidated and then ended the day having a big move on tech as two markets waiting for news, right? Why did I say this? Because the past 2 days we've just been consolidating and then having a very, very nice move later in the day. So again, I'm recognizing patterns, right? So if you go on NVIDIA, right, yesterday, again, consolidating, very, very big selling zone over here, right? But once we got above that 199 later in the day, we had a very, very nice move. And not even 199, above that 200 key level, right? That 200 higher time frame level, we had a very, very nice move. Very, very nice move on NVIDIA, right? And I ended up missing this move, which I'm actually not happy I missed that, but very, very nice move. So how can we kind of understand, you know what, if we can have like very, very nice breaks above these levels, right? I can kind of formulate a thesis on these names in a higher time frame, right? Like maybe like a reclaim of that level. So today coming into Tesla, right? I was first of all look at the higher time frame, right, guys? You have to understand the higher time frame of these names. It just makes your trading easier, and also it also helps you kind of have a bigger P&L on these names because if you're trading at the higher time frame and you're not having higher time frame objectives, right? And you're just trading within the intraday levels, then you're not gonna have big P&Ls, big percentages because you're only targeting those intraday levels, right? So my entire actually let me go to the alerts, guys. I'm just yapping too much, right? So 904 in Tesla calls on watch, 402.5. 908 insane pricing, keep an eye out here, right? Very, very nice break and retest of this fair value gap plus this I think this 396 higher time frame level in Tesla, right? 2 minutes later got stopped at this trade, right? Very, very straightforward. It either works out or it doesn't, right? But this trade, right, actually a very nice looking trade, I'm gonna be honest. To be going back in time, right? Like I would take this trade again, right? Something I could have done a little bit better was wait for this candle after this initial kind of strong hammer stick candle for us to close above that 397. But again, it's all hindsight because if I did not enter aggressively, we could have had a very, very strong momentum candle to the upside just with the prior momentum of this hammer stick candle, right? This is just straight price action. So if you don't know, then you're gonna be confused, but that's what it is, right? So our Tesla, not a bad tempo. Look for another trade with Q's dropping, right? 916, very, very big drop on QQ and SPY. So 951, saying alert for Tesla above 396.14, which is that previous pivot level which we use for support, right here. That 396. Bro, I'm out of breath from talking. How's that even possible? 396.14. For that 400 reclaim thesis, otherwise the market is not tradable for options, right? So very, very straightforward. Either this happens or the market is not tradable, and you have to be like that, guys. Like I don't know a single profitable trader that does not think like that. You have to understand that the market does not look good, right? I'm only gonna trade this name if this happens. If this, you have to have like certain restrictions on your trading. Otherwise, why would I want to trade within chop, right? I know that once I get above this level, then momentum is going to come in, right? I don't want to trade within chop, and that's just something you get from experience. So, for past weeks because of hard time for chop and indices, right? Very straightforward. Going QQ, right? I'm saying, like, guys, look at this. Past couple, weeks, like past month, right? Past like kind of month and a half ish, right? We're still solid on QQQ. So of course it's gonna be a little bit trickier to trade, right? Compared to when we're just going straight up. And so yeah, and in these market conditions, be more selective at the names you trade, right? Be more selective, be more cautious, and understand that not every single day might be a trading day, right? So yeah. Tesla calls on watch, 402.5 calls, 1003. Microsoft and Tesla are setting up here, right? Very, very nice reclaim on Tesla. What I want to see here is simply a reclaim of this kind of zone, right? The 5 range high plus a higher time frame level. I want to see reclaim it, use this as support, we come back down, and then eventually move to the upside for that 400 reclaim thesis. Microsoft kind of similar thing, right? This name has some nice momentum, so same thing. I will see a break, retest, hold of this aura block, and then move to the upside, right? Kind of very simple. Very simple thesis, a very good risk to reward. And look, Microsoft actually ended up working out, but this name was actually really, really slow. So this name actually ended up working out as well. And so Tesla, what happened on Tesla, right? So I ended up taking calls at this kind of candle open right here. Stop loss was initially first below its 5 range high. But again, guys, what happened? Why did I stay in this trade past my my stop loss, right? So let's go back real quick and talk about, right? So still stop loss here. 1 day expiration make the risk not bad here. Once you buy stuff up here, spied hive day. So guys, QQ bullish, spied a hive day while Tesla is having a pullback. So the reason why I kind of gave this a bigger stop loss, especially below that VWAP, first of all, I know VWAP, is a good indicator, right? Absolutely good indicator. Second of all, SPY and QQ are at hive day. So we are consolidating at high day on SPY. So if we had a very big pop, I expect this to just show momentum as well. So there's a very high chance that we could have just came back below my area that I want to see buy step up, right, the zone, and then we could just reclaim that level, right? Because think about it, the 1 minute technically broke my stop loss, but the 5 minute reclaimed it. So if you go to his name on the 5 minute chart, right, this is still bullish, right? This is still bullish, it's still holding this zone, right? And so I understand, the 1 minute is actually breaking my stop loss, but the 5 minute can still hold, right? SPY and QQ are bullish. I should give this one more room. It's as simple as that, right? So yeah, so stop loss below VWAP, every day moving nicely now, right? SPY and QQ, and actually SPY especially end up having a very, very nice move, a very nice hold of that hive day order block. Apple also ripping. This is all-time highest potential, right? Apple is absolutely ripping. Bro, I'm thirsty as hell. So SPY still consolidating, so I think the next leg up, I expect Tesla to move. So guys, I'll be honest, like, I literally babysat this trade the entire way through. I explained everything, like literally explained everything, right? There's a very big difference between alerting and explaining your trade, right? Because one alerting, you're like just calling entry now, you don't learn anything. Second of all, explaining it, you actually learn. You forcefully learn over time, right? So there are pros and cons, right? But again, literally explain the trade, like literally explain the trade step by step. A little bit too much, honestly, right? So yeah, took 45 minutes, but we made it, right? Because we finally actually had a nice move. We finally broke above that 397. Stop loss break even now. TP went at 398. Told you guys, right? Because it's an hour trade. I'm happy, right? Finally. And then just insane move on Tesla. Very, very insane move. And again, higher time frame thesis, right? I want to see us reclaim that 400 level and also get those higher time frame levels, right? That 400, 402 something, and then that 405, 87. I don't even remember what it was, right? What was the next levels? Yeah, 402, for literally the 402, right? Perfectly top tick, right? So make sure you guys are marking the right levels. If you can mark the right levels, your trading becomes so fucking easy. Your scaling becomes so simple, right? And the next level, I think that 500, 50, yeah, 405.93. And yeah, I mean, very, very straightforward. Like very, very straightforward trading. And I love days that we just have nice momentum, that trades just work out nicely. Because first of all, you get to see your levels working out beautifully, right? Like, okay, I'm just yapping now. I'm gonna stop yapping, bro. And then yeah, the trades move on nicely. So 11:14 about trade recap covering both trades. Now, I didn't talk about the first trade. I'll talk about that. And yeah, trailers printing nicely. And then right now, actually, I'm still in trailers. So yeah, actually, I just might cut the trailer, coming back down a little bit deeper. Actually, I might swing it as well. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna swing the trailer. But yeah, so let's talk about that first trade, the first initial trade, because I don't think I talked about that, right? So again, this trade, right? Very simple thesis. There's a break and retest of this previous order block. Not even this order block, this higher time frame level, right? I want to see a zone be used as support. But again, guys, sometimes because right, we're kind of still early in the day, right? Still within the first out there market open, right? You can have sellers come back and break below your stop loss, right? You can consolidate and then have that bigger move later in the day. And that's just something you get from experience, right? Go into video day prior, right? Rejection at that higher time frame level, come back up, news, rejection, and then once we finally got above the third time, right? Then we had a very, very nice kind of retest and then nice move. So again, your first attempt may not work, right? So that's why there's kind of this reclaim trades, right? The 87% rule I know is a thing, and like some other things where like the second trade can work out, right? What matters the most when you take these trades, guys, is your risk to reward, right? Make sure you're not risking so much money and your risk is not big, right? I know my risk, guys, literally right below this kind of 316, 17, my stop loss is that's my stop loss, because what I expect from this trade when I enter this. With this strong hammer stick candle, I expect the next candle to at least close above the 397 and show momentum for that upside move, right? So I expect what I expect to happen right here, or what I expect to happen is this, a break above, right? Maybe that initial candle retest, and then break above here, and then maybe like a retest of, fuck, I fucked it up. Hold up. Maybe retest at this level, and then move to higher, right? So that's what I expected on this trade, right? But if we don't get that initial kind of momentum with this hammer stick candle, then we're just gonna come back down, right? And unfortunately, no buyer stepped up here at the zone, and prices got real straight down, right? QQ and SPY end up having a very, very big drop, and that's just unfortunate, right? That's how trading is. So yeah, I think I went over everything, and I think I actually might have went over too much, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I think I might have went over too much. Um, but again, a lot of things, a lot of learning things to watch this year, right? Microsoft having a very nice one as well, right? And yeah, um, now the market's setting up very nicely, right? We can look at trade Tesla tomorrow, especially if it closes or opens above our previous high level. Tesla looks nice as well to trade tomorrow. Nvidia looks nice as well to trade above our previous day high, which is at 204. I'm at my bad, not at 204. Tesla looks good. I mean, Nvidia looks good above our previous high, which is at 206. No, let me check Nvidia actually. Yeah, so Nvidia above this 206 looks good for to look for tomorrow. So if this can open above 206, then we can look to trade this name up to those higher time frame levels. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty much it for the trader cap, right? Very, very nice day today overall, right? And again, I pretty much showed you guys the raw reality of some of these trades, right? These trades, like this is not a very straightforward trade, right? Because our market conditions are shit, right? The market conditions are trash, so the only kind of good, bigger wins you can have are those trades with theses, right? So yeah. Um, and again, past 2 days, right? No recaps. Why? Because literally no trades, right? Calling a day here. What was this? 7-6. Yeah, so 7-6, right? No trades, and again, no trades. So very, very straightforward. Kind of understand when to trade, when not to trade, right? And yeah, 11 minute long. How's that 11 minute long? That's insane. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, do not forget to join the Discord down below. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. What's else? So Apple is that Apple at all time highs now? I don't even. I think it is now. 316. No, it's not. I lied. So Apple's looking for that all-time highs move. I'm not gonna lie, right? This momentum was actually kind of insane on Apple. I'm pretty sure this was news, but yeah, no, insane kind of break and retest on the higher time from on Apple, and yeah, I mean, guys, break and retest move the entire market. So you can learn what a break and retest is, not just on a lower time frame, because lower time frame is what it is, right? But higher time frame, then you can understand which names you should be looking at to play, and that just increases your win rate by a lot. But yeah, um, Amazon's moving. All these things are moving, right? I'm pretty sure QQ Spot also moving nicely as well. Not this. Yeah, QQ Spire just at Hive Day, just actually just consolidating now. But yeah, yeah, this is a video. That's pretty much the video. Peace.